Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, we stand at a moment in time, one that has been given to us as a gift, a calling, a purpose. But the question remains, how do we succeed in this life? How do we fulfill the purpose for which we were placed on this earth? The world will tell you that success is measured in wealth, in power, in prestige, but that is an illusion. A man can gain the whole world and yet lose his soul. And true success is not found in the applause of men, but in the approval of the one who gave you life. So let us journey through the ancient paths and uncover the keys to true success. Success begins with understanding that you were not placed on this earth by accident. Every person is born with a purpose, a divine reason for existence. Yet many wander through life aimlessly, chasing after temporary pleasures, fleeting ambitions, and worldly definitions of success. But true success is not found in wealth, status, or recognition. It is found in walking in the purpose for which you were created. From the very beginning, there has been a plan for your life. Just as an architect designs a building with a specific function in mind, you were designed with intention. The challenge, however, is that many never discover this truth. Instead, they live according to the expectations of society, influenced by the opinions of others, rather than seeking the deeper calling that has been placed within them. Success is not about doing what everyone else is doing. It is about fulfilling the assignment uniquely given to you. One of the greatest obstacles to success is the failure to recognize purpose. When a person does not know why they were created, they drift, moving from one thing to another without direction. They chase opportunities that may look good on the surface, but ultimately leave them empty. But when you understand your purpose, everything changes. Your decisions become clearer, your efforts become more focused, and your path becomes more defined. The confusion that once clouded your mind is replaced with vision and certainty. Understanding purpose requires seeking beyond what is seen. The world teaches that success is measured in achievements, but true success is measured in obedience to the calling placed upon your life. A person may gain everything the world offers and yet still feel unfulfilled because they were not meant to live for temporary rewards, but for something greater. To walk in success, you must align yourself with this greater purpose, stepping into the identity that was given to you before you even took your first breath. Purpose is not something you create, it is something you discover. It is already written within you, waiting to be revealed, but it requires seeking. It requires asking the right questions. Why am I here? What am I called to do? How can I use my gifts to impact the world? The answers do not come from the noise of the world, but from stillness, from reflection, and from aligning yourself with the one who placed the purpose inside you. When a person begins to walk in their purpose, they operate with a different kind of strength. Their motivation is not dependent on external validation, but on an inner conviction. They do not give up easily because they understand that their life is not random, but intentional. Setbacks do not define them. They refine them. Challenges do not break them. They build them. This is the difference between those who succeed in a temporary sense and those who succeed in a lasting, eternal way. Those who recognize their purpose also live with a sense of urgency. They understand that time is not infinite and that each day is an opportunity to move closer to fulfilling their calling. They do not waste their years on meaningless pursuits, but invest their time wisely. They do not let fear dictate their choices, but step forward in faith, knowing that the one who gave them purpose will also equip them to fulfill it. Success is not simply reaching a destination, it is walking in the reason for which you were created. When you understand your purpose, you are no longer swayed by distractions. You do not need to compare yourself to others because you are on a unique path. You do not live for applause because your fulfillment comes from knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. This is the foundation of true success. Life is not a straight path, nor is success achieved overnight. The road to any worthwhile accomplishment is paved with obstacles, setbacks, and trials. The difference between those who succeed and those who fall away is not intelligence, talent, or even opportunity. It is perseverance. The ability to keep moving forward, even when everything seems to be working against you, is what separates those who fulfill their purpose from those who abandon it. There will be moments of difficulty, times when the journey seems too long and the burden too heavy. Many people give up at the first sign of hardship, assuming that challenges mean they are on the wrong path. But the truth is, the greatest victories are often preceded by the greatest struggles. A seed must push through the darkness of the soil before it ever sees the light. A diamond is formed only under extreme pressure. Gold is refined through fire. The very obstacles that seem to stand in the way are often the very things that shape and prepare a person for their destiny. Those who persevere do not see difficulties as roadblocks, but as opportunities to grow. They understand that success is not handed to anyone, it is forged through endurance. When faced with setbacks, they do not complain or look for shortcuts. Instead, they push forward, learning from every failure, growing from every challenge, and emerging stronger than before. Every great achievement in history was accomplished by those who refused to quit. Perseverance is not just about enduring hardships, it is about maintaining faith and focus in the face of them. There will be times when the journey feels lonely, when others do not understand the vision you carry, and when doubt creeps in. It is in these moments that persistence is most important. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is that the successful do not allow temporary emotions to dictate their decisions. They press on even when they do not feel like it. The path to success requires patience. Just as a tree does not bear fruit immediately after it is planted, a person's efforts do not always yield instant results. Many give up too soon because they do not see immediate progress. They forget that the most important growth often happens beneath the surface, hidden from sight. But just because something is not visible does not mean it is not happening. The roots of a tree grow deep before its branches ever reach high. The foundation of a building is laid long before its structure is visible. Those who understand this truth continue to work, knowing that their efforts will bear fruit in due time. Perseverance also requires discipline. Success is not achieved by wishful thinking, but by consistent effort. Small daily actions build up over time, leading to extraordinary results. It is not one grand moment that defines success, but the accumulation of countless moments of dedication and persistence. Those who win are those who stay committed, who rise each day with a determination to move forward, even if only by a small step. Every challenge presents a choice, to retreat or to press on. Those who turn back never experience the rewards that lie ahead, but those who endure will eventually reach their destination. The struggles, the hardships, the disappointments, they are all part of the process. And those who remain steadfast through it all will find that they are not only achieving success, but becoming stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the greater things ahead. Life operates on a principle as old as time itself. Whatever is sown will also be reaped. Just as a farmer does not expect a harvest without first planting seeds, success in life does not come without effort, diligence, and integrity. Many people hope for great rewards, but are unwilling to do the work necessary to achieve them. They desire abundance without sacrifice, results without persistence, and blessings without obedience. But the law of sowing and reaping cannot be ignored. Every action, every choice, and every investment of time and energy will eventually produce a result, whether good or bad. Those who plant seeds of laziness should not expect a harvest of prosperity. Those who deceive others should not expect to build a life of trust and stability. A person who continuously sows negativity, dishonesty, or selfishness will ultimately reap destruction, disappointment, and failure. Just as a farmer would never expect wheat to grow after planting weeds, no one can expect a life of success when they continually plant the wrong seeds. The life that is lived today is the result of the seeds that were planted yesterday. And the choices made today will determine what is reaped tomorrow. At the same time, the one who sows with diligence, honesty, and patience will see a great harvest in due time. It may not happen immediately, and it may not always be visible at first, but every good seed planted will bear fruit when the season is right. A person who continually works hard, treats others with kindness, and remains faithful to their purpose will eventually see the results of their labor. This is the unshakable law of life. The challenge, however, is that many people give up too soon. They sow seeds but expect instant results. When they do not see immediate success, they become discouraged and abandon the work. But just as a seed takes time to break through the soil and grow into a tree, success takes time to develop. Impatience is one of the greatest enemies of true achievement. Those who understand this law remain steadfast, knowing that every effort made today is shaping the outcome of tomorrow. Integrity is one of the most powerful seeds a person can sow. Many seek success through deception, cutting corners, or taking advantage of others. They may achieve temporary gain, but in the long run they will reap the consequences of their actions. A person who builds a life on dishonesty will eventually see it crumble, but the one who builds with truth, honor, and righteousness lays a foundation that cannot be shaken. The world may offer shortcuts, but true success is built on principles that withstand time. Faithfulness in small things is another key aspect of this principle. Some people wait for great opportunities before they begin to act, but success is found in being diligent with what is already in hand. The one who is responsible with little will be entrusted with more. Those who work with excellence in the small things will find themselves prepared for greater things. The one who is consistent in sowing good seeds daily, whether in relationships, work, or personal growth, will eventually see an abundant harvest. The seeds sown in secret will be revealed in time. Whether in business, relationships, character, or personal development, what is done when no one is watching determines what will be seen in the future. A person who disciplines themselves to work hard, even when no immediate reward is visible, will one day enjoy the fruits of their labor. The sacrifices made today, the choices to do what is right even when it is difficult, and the decisions to walk in integrity will all produce a harvest that cannot be taken away. Success is not a mystery, it is a process. Those who understand the principle of sowing and reaping take responsibility for their actions, knowing that what they put into life is what they will receive in return. They do not look for luck or easy gains, but instead commit to the daily discipline of planting the right seeds. Over time, these efforts will bear fruit, and the harvest will be more abundant than they ever imagined. The world teaches that success is achieved by self-promotion, by elevating oneself above others, by striving to be seen and recognized. It glorifies power, status, and personal achievement, urging people to push their way to the top. But true success is not found in pride or self-exaltation, it is found in humility. The one who seeks to lift themselves high will eventually fall, but the one who humbles themselves will be lifted up in the right time. Humility is not weakness, it is strength under control. It is the ability to recognize that success is not achieved alone, that life is not about self-glory, and that true greatness is found in serving others. The greatest leaders in history were not those who demanded to be honored, but those who lived with integrity, humility, and a heart to serve. The more a person humbles themselves, the more they grow in wisdom, character, and favor. Pride blinds a person to their faults, but humility opens their eyes to growth. Those who believe they already know everything close the door to learning, while those who remain teachable continue to advance. Success does not come to those who refuse correction, but to those who seek wisdom, listen to counsel, and remain open to improvement. A person who is willing to admit mistakes and learn from them will always rise higher than the one who refuses to acknowledge their weaknesses. Humility also affects the way a person treats others. Those who see themselves as greater than others will eventually push people away. But those who walk in humility build strong relationships, gaining the respect and loyalty of those around them. Success is not just about personal achievement, it is about how one impacts others. The one who serves, gives, and puts others before themselves will find that success follows them naturally. A humble person does not seek recognition, but remains faithful in their work, even when no one is watching. They do not need to be seen to continue doing what is right, and because of this they are entrusted with more. The world may celebrate arrogance and self-promotion, but true and lasting success is reserved for those who remain humble, knowing that honor is not something to be taken, it is something that is given in the right time. Humility is also the key to lasting success. Many rise to power through ambition, but those who lack humility eventually fall. History is filled with those who achieve greatness only to lose it all because of pride, but those who remain humble, no matter how much they achieve, continue to grow stronger. They do not let success change them. They remember where they came from, remain grateful, and continue to walk in wisdom. Another important truth about humility is that it protects a person from making reckless decisions. The arrogant rush ahead without seeking guidance, assuming they already have all the answers. But the humble seek counsel, consider their choices carefully, and avoid unnecessary failure. They are not afraid to admit that they need help, and because of this, they are surrounded by wise advisors and strong relationships. Humility is also connected to generosity. Those who are self-focused hold tightly to what they have, believing that success is about accumulating more for themselves. But those who walk in humility understand that true success is about what is given, not just what is gained. They freely share their knowledge, their resources, and their time, knowing that the greatest rewards come from lifting others up rather than trying to keep everything for themselves. The world teaches that to be great, one must prove themselves above others, but the truth is the opposite. Greatness comes from serving, from walking in humility, from remaining faithful even when no one is watching. The one who humbles themselves will be strengthened, honored, and entrusted with even greater things. The one who lowers themselves will be lifted higher than they ever imagined. The path to true success is not always the easiest road to take. Many choose the broad and well-traveled way, following the crowd, conforming to what is popular, and avoiding any form of resistance. But those who achieve lasting success understand that the narrow path, the one that requires courage, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment to what is right, is the only way to a life of true fulfillment. The road to success is often lonely, filled with challenges, and requires standing apart, even when it is difficult. The world encourages compromise. It promotes the idea that success can be achieved by cutting corners, abandoning principles, and doing whatever it takes to get ahead. Many fall into the trap of pursuing temporary gains at the cost of integrity. But those who stand firm in their values, who refuse to take shortcuts and remain true to what is right, will ultimately experience success that cannot be taken away. The easy road may offer quick rewards, but they do not last. True success is built on a strong foundation, and that foundation is integrity, character, and the willingness to stand for what is right, even when no one else does. It takes courage to walk a different path. When a person chooses to live by principles rather than by convenience, they will face opposition. There will be pressure to conform, to blend in, to do what everyone else is doing. Many fear standing alone, afraid of being rejected or misunderstood. But history has proven that those who make the greatest impact are not those who follow the crowd, but those who dare to be different. The innovators, the leaders, the ones who refuse to settle for mediocrity, these are the ones who shape the future. Every person who desires true success must be willing to make difficult choices. There will be moments when they must choose between what is right and what is easy. Those who are willing to endure discomfort, to face opposition, and to remain faithful to their principles will find themselves achieving something far greater than temporary success. They will gain a deep sense of purpose, fulfillment, and the knowledge that their success was built on something real and unshakable. The narrow path requires perseverance. Many start with great enthusiasm, but when the journey becomes difficult, they turn back. They may face obstacles, rejection, and moments of doubt. But those who refuse to quit, who press on despite the struggles, will eventually reach the destination they were meant for. Success is not for those who give up at the first sign of hardship. It is for those who keep going, even when the road is steep and the challenges seem overwhelming. Choosing the narrow path also means letting go of the need for approval. The desire to please everyone is one of the greatest barriers to success. When a person seeks the approval of others above all else, they become trapped in a cycle of compromise, constantly adjusting their actions to fit the expectations of those around them. But true success is not about being accepted by the crowd. It is about fulfilling a purpose, living with integrity, and staying true to what is right. Those who focus on their calling rather than on gaining approval will find a deeper and more lasting success. The road to success is not measured by how easy the journey was, but by how faithfully a person walked the path set before them. It is the difficult choices, the moments of courage, and the refusal to give in to fear or compromise that define a truly successful life. The narrow path may not always be the most comfortable, but it is the only path that leads to something truly meaningful and lasting. Success is not just about achieving wealth, recognition, or personal goals. It is about fulfilling the purpose for which one was created. Many believe that success is measured by external accomplishments, but true success is determined by what is built within. It is not just about reaching a destination, but about becoming the person who is meant to walk that path. Those who overcome obstacles, stay faithful, and press forward despite difficulties are the ones who reach their destiny. Every person will face challenges, struggles, and moments of doubt. The difference between those who succeed and those who fall away is not talent, intelligence, or opportunity. It is perseverance. Those who overcome refuse to be defined by their failures. They understand that obstacles are not meant to stop them, but to strengthen them. Hardships are not the end of the journey, but a necessary part of it. The path to success is filled with trials, but those who endure will reap the rewards of their faithfulness. Overcomers do not allow past mistakes to dictate their future. Many people become trapped in regret, dwelling on failures and missed opportunities. But those who truly succeed learn from their past instead of being held captive by it. They rise again after every setback, using each experience as a stepping stone toward greater things. Every failure carries a lesson, and those who are willing to learn from it will emerge wiser and stronger. Resilience is a key trait of those who reach their destiny. Life will test every person to see how much they are willing to endure to achieve what they were created for. Many give up too soon, abandoning their dreams because of temporary hardships. But those who refuse to quit will see the fruits of their labor in due time. The most successful people are not those who never faced difficulties, but those who faced them and kept moving forward. Another essential trait of overcomers is the ability to rise above fear. Fear holds many people back, convincing them that they are not capable, not worthy, or not strong enough. But fear is an illusion, and those who overcome understand that courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward despite it. Every great achievement in history was accomplished by someone who chose to act in faith rather than be paralyzed by fear. Patience is another quality that sets overcomers apart. Success does not come overnight, and the process of growth takes time. Many people give up because they do not see immediate results, but those who are willing to wait, to keep planting seeds even when they do not yet see the harvest, will eventually reap the rewards. The strongest trees take years to grow, and the most enduring success is built over time through steady, consistent effort. Those who reach their destiny understand that true success is not just about personal gain, but about fulfilling a greater purpose. They do not live only for themselves, but seek to make an impact on others. Their success is not measured by how much they accumulate, but by how much they give, how many lives they touch, and how faithfully they walk the path set before them. The journey to true success is not easy, but those who overcome will look back and see that every challenge was worth it. Every trial strengthened them, every hardship prepared them, and every moment of perseverance shaped them into the person they were meant to be. Those who endure, who press on despite difficulties, and who stay faithful to their purpose will ultimately reach their destiny and experience a success that is lasting and meaningful.